Like new isn't always a compliment. Int kitchen. Morning. The room is clean, but lived in. A half-drunk mug of coffee sweats on the counter. Quinn sits across from her mom, still wearing yesterday's clothes, smeared with dirt and fluff. So wild day yesterday? Oh, just your average rabbit stampede through a horse race. Civic pride, tactical sound warfare, and a ladder sticking out the back of a stolen golf cart. I saw the footage. You handled it well. Except for the part where I accidentally rerouted a herd of weaponized fluff straight into downtown. Well, let's just say the problem will resolve itself. They're on top of things. Who is they? Like, who's in a lab coat somewhere going, "Don't worry, the bunnies will just give up"? Careful. I can't confirm anything. I was brought in after the outbreak. PR team, not research. But now you work for the company. We were contracted, then merged. It's complicated. She shifts in her seat, changes tone. Also, before I forget, Rattling Jack's called. He says your bus needs more than a new tire. Had it up on the lift this morning. You know old Volts is fine, Mom. Once he started listing what it needs. Mom, you didn't. What am I, a kid? Gonna hop on my bicycle instead? Relax. He said he's got all the parts, between 2 junk buses just like yours. Quinn? Exactly. That's the game. He tells me everything's broken. I call him a drama queen. He tells me what's actually broken. I fix that, and we move on. Now you've let him fix the entire bus? He was persuasive and terrifying. You know I worry about you. Okay, first off, never. Second, safety features are mostly opinions. Windshield wipers do not need more than 1 speed. Forget it. I'm stopping by Jack's before he fixes all the rattling I like. Int diner. Small town diner, checkered floor, slightly greasy windows. Quinn slumps into the booth across from Rube like gravity gave up on her. She doesn't say hello. What's the point of going to a mechanic who hoards old parts if he replaces everything with something new? Hi? Also, it's already a junk car. Shouldn't new parts be the goal? People like you are why we have landfills. Before he can process that insult, the waitress swings by and sets down 2 identical plates. Tuna melts, tricolored chips, and tall chocolate milks. What is this? My favorite combo. We did yours last night. Figured we'd try mine today. Tuna melt, tortilla chips, chocolate milk. It's a vibe. This feels illegal. Her sarcasm gets cut short as the TV above the counter grabs her attention. On TV, press conference, outdoor podium. A company CEO in a too nice suit adjusts a microphone. Quinn's mother stands to his left, face frozen in PR mode. How do you plan to address the economic and environmental impact of these kangaroo-sized rabbits? I have a prepared statement, but let's jump right in. Glances at Quinn's mom. She gives a quick nod. These woolly rabbits can't breed. I repeat, they are sterile. Their hearts can't sustain their size. Every simulation we've run shows this problem resolving itself within a few weeks, maybe 2 months. Stepping in. Of course, these are estimations. We don't have a definitive timeline. And the quarry? The parking garage is one thing, but reclaiming the old quarry, couldn't that be dangerous? The CEO glances at Quinn's mom again. She shakes her head subtly. We're investigating all reports. No further comment at this time. TV commercial immediately plays. A grainy ad with overly loud music. Rattling Jack's restoration. Come in rattling, leave like new. Did you catch that bit about the quarry? I was too busy rage laughing at that commercial. Like new isn't always a compliment. Ever heard of rustic character? Okay, but seriously, what did she mean, dangerous? What's the worst that could happen? Bunnies dig too far, hit water, and we get a lake full of drowned rabbits? Quinn. Okay, but still, no, not today. Your car's too shiny to make it through that gravel road, and my bus is still in traction. It's not shiny, it's vintage. Got a great deal a few towns over. Nobody there would touch it. Jack loves this thing. Jack loves hopeless causes. That's what worries me. She grabs her bag, stands to leave. Wait, did you say we have an appointment at the senator's office? Yep, you're welcome. X town roads midday driving to the senator's office. Quinn rides passenger, One elbow out the window, sunglasses on, wide-brimmed hat blocking the sun. Her face says tolerating. The drive was supposed to be quiet, but Rube was Rube. So, technically, I didn't fail the sports journalism minor. It was more like mutual ghosting. Anyway, I lived here as a kid. Dad's army. But soon as I could, I came back. Feels like home, you know? Also, I'm not in the 2% that dies from bee stings, but I am in the 10% that swells up like a balloon. One time I got stung on the lip the day before school. Could see it if I looked down. Everyone was trying to be nice, like, wow, brave kid, but it was just allergies. Anyway, if you shut your window, I can turn the AC on. Still facing forward. You ever hear of internal silence? Nodding like she complimented him. Oh yeah, that's why I like talking to you. You get me. You're not constantly telling me to shut up. Yeah, about that. Across the intersection. A traffic jam orchestrated by the mayor himself, who's standing with a guy in reflective gear flagging traffic like he's guiding planes. Two vehicles inch through the intersection. An old ice cream truck, paint faded between teal and moldy mint, leaning slightly left. A pristine, tan 1950s war-era speaker truck, 4 megaphones bolted to its roof, polished like a museum prop. A speaker crackles to life, looping proudly over the neighborhood noise. This is great news for our town. Rabbit stew, rabbit pie, rabbit curry, coniglio alla scatana for the fancy folks. Pelts, rugs, and profits. Stay alert, stay resourceful, stay profitable. Do not worry. Did they just say profitable? That's what's weird to you? Not the propaganda truck from a Cold War exhibit? And its ice cream sidekick? I'm just scared Jack's trying to make old Volts look like that right now. Staying up all night, replacing every bolt with something shiny. Would that not be a good thing? Look, I know you were having a moment back there, and fine. Maybe it is kind of nice to have someone to talk to, but also, just shut up, Rube. Slay. Slay. Senator's office 10 minutes later. The front waiting area is almost sterile, bright white, lemony clean, like a dentist for politicians. A receptionist types rapidly, never breaking eye contact with the screen. But behind the next door? A whole different climate. The actual office feels like a museum of one man's myth. Dark, overstuffed, ego-loud. Football helmets, everywhere. Glossy photos with local celebrities and former governors. Trophies stacked like nesting dolls, some clearly self-awarded. Senator Don Touchdown Connors, quarterback of the 2007 Wild Boar Bowl, prom king for 5 years in a row, unofficial mascot of the flood recovery effort. And before all that, assistant to the mayor. On his way up. His office, less public service, more personal shrine. A young assistant rambles through a slideshow of family ties. Aunts, uncles, nephews, possibly all the same guy with different mustaches. I've seen less self-worship in Greek temples. Have a seat. And I see you brought your boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend. He thinks we're dating? No, my mom didn't tell me anything useful. She never does. But she always said when you worked with the mayor, she knew you wouldn't stay long, destined for more, or whatever. Doing the nervous politician smile. You were always a spunky one. That's why I need your help. With what? The CRISPR tech folks are stalling. I need someone with fewer eyes on them. Someone like you. That line sounded less creepy in your head, didn't it? Look, something's going on out by the quarry. The rabbits are getting territorial. You'll have to go at sunrise. Most of them clear out around then. Territorial how, exactly? They block the paths. Sit there. Refuse to budge. Like linemen on strike. Why me? How many low-profile zoologists do you think this town has? I'm still in school. What about your interns? Your media kids? The unpaid risk takers? And miss out on a favor from the daughter of my most terrifying press manager? Not a chance. So you're paying us, right? I mean, it sounds like a Sunrise Bunny mission. We're gonna need gear. Because what this planet needs is more half-used tactical gear clogging up goodwills. I do have a discretionary fund. Let's call it weird problem money. Into diner, back at the booth, sun glowing orange through the window. They're both quieter now, just tired enough to admit this is getting interesting. So, the quarry? You still want to go? Especially after the touchdown said territorial. Do you want my answer alphabetized or existential? They pull napkins, doodle maps. Rube draws a rabbit that looks like a deformed dog. Quinn draws a map that's basically a rectangle. A tall strawberry banana milkshake lands between them like a plot twist. 2 straws. Extra whipped cream. No one ordered it. Quint. We didn't order this. Not me. I'm a chocolate milk guy. Smiling like she's narrating a Hallmark movie. Oh, honey, I just knew. You two looked so cute earlier, rushing around. She points to a sign above the sink. Free milkshake for 2, first-time couples only. Handwritten note taped underneath. 1 per customer, per lifetime. You're just the sweetest pair. Enjoy, lovebirds. She walks off, humming a love song from before they were born. What the actual 2 people today. 2. I mean, we do look good together. 1 shake, 2 straws, and a town that had already started writing the story for them. You don't think I could drink this whole thing myself? Quinn sighs, grabs a straw. Rube tries not to smile, but fails completely. Let me know when you want the quit. No clocks, no humming vents, no windows. Just a long obsidian table, a glowing wall of data screens, and 2 people pretending this wasn't a disaster. Art Hall stood with his back to her, perfectly still. His suit was sharp enough to draw blood. Red and yellow overlays blinked across the screen, freight delays, reservoir warnings, and a live rabbit heat map crawling with movement. Janice crossed her legs and kept her hands folded in her lap, like the old PR training hadn't fully worn off. Art finally spoke, his voice calm, detached. They're not sterile, Janice, she blinked. That's not possible. The gene lock was never field tested, Art said, turning halfway toward her. It's holding in some regions. But we've confirmed live births in 3, 4 if you count the high school tunnel incident. That could be. It's not a fluke. He tapped something on the console. The screen shifted. Grainy footage loaded, night vision slightly distorted. A single rabbit, massive and soaked, trudged through a narrow tunnel half filled with water. It stopped at the edge of a crumbling wall where faint sunlight leaked through. This one returns every morning, Art said. Janice stared at the image. Why? He didn't answer immediately. Instead, he watched the rabbit tilt its head toward the light like it was listening to something. Then he turned fully, his voice dropping a notch. We don't know. That's what worries me. Janice exhaled, trying not to show how tense her shoulders were. So what do I tell them at the press conference? Art stepped closer, folding his hands behind his back like he was presenting a menu of acceptable lies. Say we're reassessing. Say the waterways are being retested. Say tourism is still safe and exciting. He paused, offering her the barest trace of a smile. And maybe, just maybe, suggest your daughter stay away from the quarry. The smile didn't reach his eyes. It never did.
Mac Movement, Pitchforks or Epiphanies radio outro script. Mac deep, whether it's pitchforks or epiphanies. If you're still listening, welcome. You've just heard one tale. A whisper, a ripple, a story about rabbits gone wrong. But friend, that was only the beginning. Old school announcer, retro, tired of your thoughts tasting like last week's logic? Try Brain Floss, now available in Cosmic Grape, Paradox Mint, and backed by unpopular demand, Quantum Chicken. Side effects may include spontaneous memory leaks, glowing gums, and an unshakable sense of destiny. Brain Floss, scrub the static, feed the signal. The Bonded series is coming. The Galactic Tournament already underway. And you, yes, you with the headphones, you're invited to help shape it all. Because here at the Mac Movement, suggestions beat spoilers, community picks come first, and the creators' whims, they're under review. Fake commercial Votelitariat, cheerful tech startup, introducing Votelitariat, the only civic app where your daily votes expire at midnight and emotional outbursts count as policy shifts. Now with meta voting, passive-aggressive rebuttals, and our brand new Scream Into the Void update. rated 2.3 stars by the Ministry of Algorithms. Vote Letariat, because logic is optional. Mac, slower now like he's sitting with you at 3 a.m. There are other ideas, worlds not yet rendered, voices waiting to be summoned. We'll get to those when it's time, or when the comments demand it. This isn't just storytelling, it's interference. And maybe, just maybe, it's the only kind that matters anymore. This is the Mac movement. This Pitchforks or Epiphanies? You decide.